Hi everyone. Today I would like to do something very different from everything else that I've done so far on this channel. If you're new here, what I've done in my most recent videos, I've tested different possible weapon loadouts for the Annihilator Mech chassis. And I've tested all of those different variants in a war zone or a battlefield type of mission, just to see how many mech kills I could possibly get out of each loadout and variant. Well, today, for that matter, I'd like to test another build, the one that I will be loading with the four-gauss rifles. And one might wonder, well, how am I gonna install four-gauss rifles into the Annihilator when the Gauss rifle is a large ballistic weapon and Annihilator variants such as ANH-1A or -2A can only take medium ballistic weapons. Well, for this video and for today only, I will be using a mod which is called as Expanded Hardpoints. What this mod does, it allows you to load a large weapon into a medium weapon slot, and it also allows you to load a medium weapon into a small weapon slot. So let me now explain why I've decided to do something like this, even like in the first place. Well, you see, I've been somewhat fascinated with some of the Battletech lore stories. I am not a lore expert by any means whatsoever. I've listened to a few audiobooks which were somewhat like okay. Some of the novels, nothing really special. They were quite cheesy, actually. However, some of the Battletech lore stories are actually quite profound, deep, and somewhat underappreciated. And one of my favorite channels on this subject is called Black Pants Legion. Yeah, that's the channel name. And that channel has some interesting and quite fascinating videos on the subject of Battletech history and lore. The series are called Tex Talks Battletech. I will link that playlist below this video. I would highly recommend that you check it out. Those stories are actually quite incredible, and I absolutely love the way the author of this channel delivers them. He talks about all of those subjects, the stories, and also the stories of certain mechs in a very artistic way. He doesn't just throw a bunch of dry data at you. He actually makes interesting stories out of it. He digs deep. Anyways, I would highly recommend that you check it out. It's quite fascinating. And then also another channel which I like on this subject, I will also link this below this video. The channel is called Big Red-40TECH. The guy also does an incredible job putting together different stories, history of different mechs and variants. Some of those videos are actually quite long, they are several hours long, and I don't even know how he puts all of this together. He either never sleeps, or maybe it's even like a full-time job for him, I don't know, but it's pretty incredible what he does as well, so I will link those two channels below this video. So anyways, let's now talk about why do I want to try this crazy kind of Annihilator build, which may not be even necessarily realistic. Well, it's inspired by this story of the Amaris Civil War. Tex has a video about the Rifleman Mech, its history and the different possible variants, and I would like to play here an excerpt from his video where he talks specifically about the Rifleman III Mech of the Amaris Civil War, and I'd like to comment a little bit on that, and I also would like to recreate this kind of idea. I mean, I will not be able to recreate the Rifleman 3 in MechWarrior 5 game, but I want to try recreating the idea of the Rifleman 3, the mech which has 4-gauss rifles. Just to tell you up front, yes, I know there is a mod for yet another mech lab. Someone came up with Rifleman 3, however, I could not get this mod to work. I will talk later about this. And then there is another mod which kinda also tried to recreate this idea for the yet another mech lab mod. And another guy did a video about this as well, however, it is not quite realistic. We'll talk about this later. So let me play the excerpt from Tex video first, and I'd like to comment on that a little bit, and then we will try recreating this kind of idea here. So let's see what Tex has to say about this.
Amaris had this problem a lot of despots and tyrants do. They believe in wonder weapons, ultimate iterations of weapon systems, and that bigger is better. And being surrounded by enemies slowly tightening the noose on your dying empire, despots and dictators tend to go all in for expensive, foolish, and utterly insane weapon systems. It is from this place of poor engineering knowledge and wanting bigger rather than better weapon systems that you get some of the oddest weapons of history. It is from this place where you get such things as the completely useless Matar, appropriately dubbed Amaris' Folly, a rarely, if ever, mobile weapon system that struggles with virtually any task put before it, which was then later copied into the absolute personification of please hit me with artillery because I don't move too good and I'm visible from orbit mech that was the Stone Rhino. I'm sorry. I meant to say the mech which is the personification of compensation for personal inadequacy that is the Stone Rhino.
Actually, I kinda like Stone Rhino from MechWarrior 2. Back when I was playing MechWarrior 2, this was actually one of my favorite assault mechs in that Ghost Bear's Legacy expansion pack. But anyways, that's besides the point. And also I've tried a mod that brings Stone Rhino into MechWarrior 5. It was kind of hilarious, but anyways, that's besides the point. It was a long time ago, even before I started this channel.
Pardon, my notes had that in the margins. So, Amaris believed in ultimate weapons that were dangerously impractical, wasteful, and above all imaginative in the way a child's mind is. Except, as with all madmen, Sometimes, through sheer luck or encouraging genius on the part of the designer, they get something right. The Rifleman III was one of those things. The Rifleman III was a beast, a monster, a titan of the battlefield with a very specific mission profile: ambush. And where many clamor for the ballistic excess of the Annihilator and worship it in cult-like adoration, few know of the mayhem of the Rifleman III. Let me put it to you this way. What's 90 tons has 4-gauss rifles, a fully active null signature stealth system, and was designed to surprise, ambush, and then destroy any assaulting force. The Rifleman III is or was that very monster, and before you heap adoration on it, know this. 1, it had enough ammo for 4 volleys only, before needing to retreat and rearm. 2, it was as slow as an urban mech. And 3, it had only 10.5 tons of armor for its 90-ton mass. But, regardless of these obvious shortcomings, in its intended battlefield role, it was impressive.
Okay, so let's pay attention to these specs, because this is very important to know before we will try to recreate something like this. So we know that this mech was as slow as an urban mech, right? Which is something like 32 kilometers per hour. Well, in MechWarrior 5 game we have the Annihilator, which is an assault mech that moves that slow. It's the only assault mech that moves that slow. So that's the similarity right there. Then this mech had a mass of 90 tons total. I'm not sure why it wasn't 100 tons, but it's probably due to the fact that they were trying to make it as stealthy as possible. And then, as you can see, it's got the armor of 10.5 tons standard, which is somewhat comparable to either like a medium or a lighter heavy mech. Then obviously we've got 4-gauss rifles, and it seems like it did not have any other weapons besides the Gauss rifles. No lasers, just 4-gauss rifles. Then some heatsinks. Heatsinks are probably meant to once again to help with this stealth aspect of it, trying to keep it cool so that it doesn't emit a lot of heat, so that it's being easily detected by thermograph. And then it's got this null signature stealth system, which is based on what I was trying to find online. It basically like masks its electromagnetic emissions, basically masks it from enemy sensors. So like it makes it impossible for enemy mechs to get a lock on this mech and shoot it, with either guided or unguided weapons. This is actually very, very important, and it's pretty smart. Yes, it's got very little armor for a 90-ton assault mech, but this null signature stealth system is supposed to help with, masking this mech from enemy raiders. That's quite interesting. I'm not gonna be able to recreate it in MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries game, especially since I don't have this yet another Mech Lab mod installed. Okay, let's listen on. to this.
It is now known that there was only the single experimental prototype. It was one of many last-ditch weapons Amaris had envisioned in the twilight of his Imperial delusions. What is known for certain is that it was destroyed during the battle for Terra in the closing act of the Amaris Civil War. Entombed and forgotten among the wreckage of a ruined city, its rediscovery highlights what can happen when a madman gets something absolutely right. In its first and only combat action, barely assembled, barely running, the prototype downed 9 SLDF battle mechs before becoming incapacitated, either by the battle itself, a lack of ammunition, or equipment breakdown.
Okay, so this mech downed 9 enemy mechs. Okay, 9 enemy mechs before it was either destroyed or run out of ammunition. For some reason I mistakenly thought that it was 16 mechs, but no, it turns out that it's 9. Okay, let's listen on.
I feel personally that it's a design worthy of a remake, but I'm no captain of industry and my stock portfolio is far below being influential. While the Rifleman 3 existed briefly, its mark on history was interesting, to say the least. But as for the Rifleman and their various 1 and 2 series models, the story continues. With the Exodus and
Okay, so this is the end of this story.
So,
it gets a little bit ambiguous here. Let me just listen to a couple of moments here. So, he mentioned that this mech could do only 4 volleys before it needed to retreat and rearm.
It was only the single experimental prototype.
Let's see.
It was one of many last-ditch weapons Amaris had envisioned in the twilight of his Imperial delusions. What is known for certain is that it was destroyed during the battle. It was before needing to retreat and rearm.
Okay,
now,
so it's
any
here.
Assaulting force. The Rifleman 3 is or was that very monster, and before you heap adoration on it, know this. 1, it had enough ammo for 4 volleys only.
4 volleys only. Enough ammo for 4 volleys only. So, based on what I was able to learn from Sarna.net, it had 2 tons of ammunition, and it was able to do 4 volleys only before it needed to retreat and rearm. Yet it downed 9 enemy mechs. So this is where it gets a little bit confusing and ambiguous. And again, I'm not sure which book it's coming from or what is the source of this information. Is it, say, some kind of novel, or where can I find more details on this? If you know anything about it, please let me know about this down in the comments. I will be curious to learn more about this. So, we know that this mech could do 4 volleys only, which means like, like 4 alpha strikes, basically 16 muzzles on board, 16 Gauss rifle muzzles on board, 2 tons of ammunition, according to Sarna.net, which means that each ton contains only 8 muzzles. But this is kind of strange. And it is different from MechWarrior 5 game, where each ton contains 26 muzzles. And with 4 volleys only, it was able to down 9 enemy mechs before it was destroyed. So my question is, how did that happen? Did it destroy, let's say, 3 or 4 enemy mechs, then it retreated, rearmed, and then came back to the battlefield and destroyed 3 or 4 more, or 5 more enemy mechs? Or how many times did it retreat and rearm? Was it like 1 time or 2 times, or did it use Alpha Strike every time it shot? What kind of kills were those? Were they headshots? What kind of mechs did it destroy? Were those like light mechs, medium mechs, heavy mechs, or assault mechs? This is something that I don't know either, so it gets a little bit unclear and ambiguous here. I'd like to know more about this. Again, if you know what's the source of this kind of information, please let me know about this down in the comments. But anyways, let's try recreating something like this using the information we've got so far out of this. Let me go ahead and switch to MechWarrior 5 game. Now let me change the screen. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what's the situation is here. So here is what's going on. Here is what I'm gonna try doing today. So here I am in this industrial hub, in this system, nearby this conflict zone with the high difficulty level, requiring the high reputation level. And here we have the system with the 2 Warzone contracts. I mean, actually Warzone and a Battlefield contract. And the reason why I am in this industrial hub is because we are going to try to build together the Mech with the 4-gauss rifle. Using the information we know so far about this Rifleman 3 Mech. Now, here is something that I want to mention. Yes, like I said, I know that there is a mod for the yet another mech lab. And the other guy has done video about this mech. However, it is not quite realistic, because what they did, they just used a regular Rifleman chassis, existing Rifleman chassis, and they just completely rebuilt it. And they used actually clan Gauss rifles, not the inner sphere Gauss rifles, the one that weigh 16 tons, but the 12 tons Gauss rifles. And yes, they did use that null signature system, which is the lost tech, basically. Something that I will not be able to do here. But what kinda puzzled me is that in that mod, the guy had a whopping of 392 muzzles, 392 rounds of ammunition, which is like allowing you to do like 98 volleys, which is completely grotesque and unrealistic. This is why I don't wanna do any kind of business with that mod. And that's the reason why I'm not using yet another Mech Lab mod, is because people just keep coming up with all of these grotesque and unrealistic builds. It may be fun, but not for me, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be a little bit more realistic and a little bit more close to the lore in here. I don't do any of those types of grotesque kind of builds which defy any basic laws of physics on this channel. So anyways, like I was saying earlier, I have enabled the mod which is called Expanded Hardpoints. So let's go ahead and try installing these four-gauss rifles in here. So once we place all these Gauss rifles in here, we run out of tonnage, because obviously this is like 15 tons each, which is the heaviest ballistic weapon in this game so far. Well, this is because the armor on this mech is currently all maxed out. This amount of armor is basically, you know, the same as what I have on all of my atlases. So for that matter, we will have to sacrifice some armor. And knowing that Rifleman 3 had only 10.5 tons of armor, we'll try to do something like that in here as well. So let's go ahead and strip it off the armor. So we have 81.5 tons so far in total. So I'm gonna have to increase the amount of armor by something like either 10 tons or maybe a little bit more, because after all this is a 100-ton assault mech, not the 90 tons. So let's go ahead and try to do something like similar to either medium or light heavy mech, something, you know, similar to a, let's say, regular rifleman, or maybe even Warhammer. We'll see. So let's see if we do 40 points in front. All right. For the head, I have to go with something like 20 points. Let's hope I won't get headshots in front. What are we gonna do in front? Well, let's try, let's say 14. No, that's too much. I went over the top. Let's try maybe something like 14 and I don't know, 50. Let's see what it's gonna do. For the legs, I think I'm gonna do something like 40. See what it's gonna do. When you press down shift button, it kinda goes a bit over the top. So let's see, for the arms maybe something like 38 or 40. Okay, so what does it do to us? So, well, we are slightly over 10.5 tons so far, but you know what, that's okay, because remember, that was a 90-ton assault mech and it had that null signature system, something that I don't have in here. So I might as well just use a little bit more armor for that matter. Let's see if I... Yeah, that brings it... Actually, no. Let me increase... more armor on the side torso. So something like this. Now I think I have pretty decent amount of armor, but again, I do not have that null signature system, and I'm pretty big and heavy assault mech and slow walking one, so that's a bit scary. I have to say, that's a bit scary to have that little amount of armor. Oh, what's that? Hold on a second. That's mistakenly, I mistakenly did 48, not the... Yeah. Let's see what can we do. That's quite scary. That's quite scary to have that little amount of armor in here. Let's see if we do 40 here, maybe, I don't know, maybe a little bit more in here. Maybe 44 points. Oops. No, that's yeah, so 44 points here, 52 points here. Should I beef up the legs a little bit? So 42. How about 48 points, which is something that I use on my Warhammers? Maybe shave off a couple of points here, because I still need to use some, you know, ammunition, obviously, in here. Yeah, let's maybe keep it like that. Let's keep it like that. That's pretty decent amount. Let's see. So we can do now 6 tons of Gauss rifle ammunition, which is obviously gonna be more than the Rifleman 3. And that also leaves us with 1 extra ton, which we can either use with additional ton of Gauss rifle ammunition, or alternatively I could use this for a couple of energy weapons, because remember, this is not quite Rifleman 3. I don't have that null signature system. I am 100 tons, and I might actually benefit from a couple of energy weapons just to take down some lightly armored ground vehicles and aerial targets, so that I don't waste my precious Gauss rifle ammunition on those trash targets. So maybe this is something that I should do. Maybe if I, let's say, install 2 small lasers in these arms in here, but it's not gonna do much. 2 small lasers, they won't do much damage. How about 2 medium lasers instead? Let's do 2 medium lasers. Short burst. Where is the other one? Yeah. So 2 medium lasers, short burst, and now I am over 1 ton. Yet I don't feel like I wanna remove that ton of Gauss rifle ammunition. I may have to shave down some armor, unfortunately. Let's see how can I shave it off. Let's do maybe like for 40 points. We keep it at 12. Oh, that's gonna be very scary. That is gonna be very, very scary. 40. 0.12 points. Ouch. Ouch. That's that is a very, very scary and risky business. Should I shave off something from legs? I don't want to get my leg destroyed, because I'm already kinda slow, and in case if I will need to retreat, I want to be able to walk. For that matter, I might as well just lose an one of these arms in here. So something like this, 36 points. Would this be enough? I don't know. Should I go maybe a little bit less in the back? Although that's kinda scary too. Something like this. Yeah, that is very close to a medium mech kind of armor. That is a very, very risky business right there. That is a very risky business. Oh man, let's try it. Let's try it. I hope I won't get destroyed before before I use up all of this ammunition in here. So 6 tons. That's the least amount of ammunition that I will be willing to use for this mech, because otherwise, in my opinion, it may not be worth it. So let's try something like this. Let's try something like this. Let's start this work. Now, let me see what would be the good weapon groups for that matter. Yeah, let's go like that, and then the medium lasers group 3, and then group 4 I would go if I would want to shoot this in singles, and then the group 6. Yeah, this is gonna be singles as well. These are the torso mounted, these are the arms mounted. Okay, well, let's try this Frankenstein kind of build. Let's see what we can get out of this. Finally, the upgrades. Yeah, let's definitely use some upgrades. So what I think I'm gonna do, first of all, I'm gonna reinforce the structure, and I think I will try to reinforce the armor. I will need every bit of armor I could possibly get for this kind of scary build. Then, as far as weapons are concerned, because I've been thinking actually about this, because Gauss rifles have somewhat slow firing rate, I'm gonna use this mod, faster weapons cycling, and then I will use 2 quick ammo feed. This, and then there should be another one. Yeah, something like this. So that should improve my firing rate insignificantly, but still, you know, I guess everything should help in this kind of scary situations. Yeah, that's gonna be a very scary business. Now, as far as my Lancemates go, well, just like in my previous recent videos, I will assign them with 3 of these Atlas's S7-K variants. So this is Loadout, and this is exactly the reason why I've been assigning them with these mechs, because they've got this AMS, all 3 of them. So this will greatly help me against the enemy missiles. Okay, I will be falling under their AMS umbrella, and it should shave off some of the enemy missiles that I'm going to be shot with. It's not gonna be very helpful, let's say, if some kind of longbow mech is going to shoot like his salvos, something like that. If something like this will do a salvo missiles like Alpha Strike with all of this LRM, sure, it's gonna penetrate. It will penetrate some of them, but in other instances, this anti-missile systems should help. And then, as far as their upgrades go, this is what they have for the upgrades, their mechs. So yeah, let's finally fly out to this system right there with 2 of these missions, and let's see what's happening there. So let's go ahead and travel. Okay, let's see what the contracts we have. And we have rival mercenaries operating in this system, so we might encounter them as enemies too. So first we have Warzone contract. Let's see. what are the conditions. So yeah, based on the payout, we are less likely to encounter these guys. But let's see what's about this one. Ah, okay, you see, I've talked about this in one of my previous videos. This is how you know that you will encounter your rival mercenaries as enemies. When you see that base payout significantly higher than you know in other missions. You see, I have a hero standing with both factions, okay? House Kurita hero standing, and then these guys, Outworlds Alliance. But these guys are offering more money because they know that this is gonna be a higher risk mission due to this rival mercenaries, and for that matter they are throwing more money at you to get you interested. Well, I'm gonna do 2 of these missions in this video, by the way, just to get some kind of idea of what this Gauss rifle build is capable of. But let's perhaps start with the mission where I won't encounter these guys. So let's go ahead and negotiate this contract. I will do something like this. I will go for the money. Maybe I should leave a few points for the salvage. Yeah, let's probably do that. Let's confirm. And now, let me select exactly the same pilots I've been using in my previous videos in similar kind of scenarios. And now let's talk about the plan. Where is this mech with the 4-gauss rifles? Where is it? I have so many Annihilators in here. Where did this one go? The one that I just built. This is rapid for... Yeah, that's this one. Okay, so here is the plan. Here is the plan. This is very important. We've got all of this lands in place. Let me explain what I will try to do in this mission. Because I have only 6 tons of Gauss rifle ammunition, I will be using it very, very sparingly, okay? I will use it very sparingly. It's not a lot. I will try to use Gauss rifles only for a certain, for specific targets, specific types of targets. I will only try to target medium mechs, heavy mechs, and assault mechs. I will not use my precious Gauss rifle ammunition for any ground vehicles or aerial targets. Also, I will not use my Gauss rifles against light mechs. All of those targets, such as ground vehicles, aerial targets, and light mechs, I will try to assign to my Lancemates. This is why I am taking them. I will be primarily targeting medium, heavy, and assault mechs. That is my plan. I will only target light mechs only if one will try to get close to me, and if one will present some kind of significant threat to me. Only in this kind of situation, if there is going to be a dangerous situation, for that matter, just, you know, as a self-defense. And I have to say that with that very little amount of armor that I've gotten here, certain light mechs can present a significant threat, especially, you know, some, you know, commando with those dual SRM-6s will try to sneak by. That's gonna be a dangerous situation for that matter. So then, yes, I will try to eliminate it, but in all other instances, I will try to assign light mechs to my Lancemates to deal with. So that is my plan. That is my plan. So let's go ahead and take this first mission. Let's see what I will be able to get out of this build that I came up with.
Attention. Prepare for Battletech departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Heavy metal on radar.
It looks like friendlies are already engaged with hostile forces. Their survival is not our priority, but there's always safety in numbers in a combat zone. We should do what we can to help them out.
Since this mech is already damaged, this charger, I am not going to be shooting it. I will let my Lancemates to finish him off. I will try targeting mechs that are fresh, that aren't damaged. I will be also commanding my Lancemates to withhold a fire in some situations, because I don't want them damaging mechs which I will be targeting. I just wanna see how quickly I will be able to eliminate certain mechs by myself. That is another plan which I have in here. Let's get to this. So once again, all these ground vehicles I am assigning to my Lancemates. It's
Commander's target. Group up.
I will not be touching them. Come on, guys, why aren't you?
Target received.
Target destroyed.
Is one of our friendly mechs destroyed it. So I need to get to that waypoint.
We're Oscar Mike. Repositioned, waiting for further. Arrived at location. Holding at location.
They've detected your presence, Commander. I'm seeing multiple tangos on scope, converging on your current position.
Okay, there are some enemies. I will assign.
Brace for combat. Enemy mech spotted.
So
Orion.
they will be working on the Orion while I will be targeting this Thunderbolt. So I opened his center torso. Let's see.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Okay.
Destroyed.
So it took me 6 muzzles to get rid of this Thunderbolt. I opened up his armor in his center torso, and
More
then
enemies inbound.
I used
They're
2
really
additional
on for you, Commander.
muzzles to
Watch
eliminate
out.
him. Maybe I could have used only 1 muzzle in this case. So once again, I'm trying to use my precious ammo very sparingly.
Target
There is another
eliminated.
dropship landing behind us. Let's see what are we getting. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything so far. So let's see. We have Orion, another Orion. We have Cyclops. Let me assign my Lancemates the Orion, and I will be working on this Cyclops. Where is it? Let me use this thermal vision here. Yeah, so there is this Cyclops. Okay, let's do it. It's moving kind of fast,
Target acquired.
Contact. Battle mech.
and he's fresh. Let's see.
Hostile mechs inbound.
Did it do anything? Oh, I've hit his side torso. That's quite a bit of a recoil.
New target Cyclops. Target destroyed.
Okay, so this Alpha Strike nailed him. He went critical.
Target acquired.
Hostiles inbound. Brace for contact, Commander.
My Lancemates still haven't finished this Orion. Okay, since he's damaged, I'm not touching the Orion. There is some other medium... Oh, Vindicator. Let me see how quickly I will be able to eliminate the Vindicator. There it is. There it is. My Lancemates are crossing my line of fire. Not good, not good.
Vindicator. Target acquired.
Enemy mech eliminated.
Okay, I will let them to work on this Vindicator then. So,
Coordinate fire on the commander's target.
while I will be
Target
working
acquired.
on these new arrivals here. So, Orion, so let's see. That was one volley. And now it's gonna be the second one.
Enemy mech down.
There it goes.
Target acquired.
Weapons hold.
I ordered my
scope is
Lancemates to
lighting up with
withhold
more
fire.
targets converging on your position, Commander.
Let me work on
Stay
this
frosty.
guy by myself. Ah, that was a side torso, wasn't a good shot. Ah, friendly turrets are working on this.
Moving as a unit, Commander.
Lancemates.
Target
Ah,
destroyed.
someone has finished him. Okay.
Holding at that point.
Come
Off
on.
trigger.
Target acquired.
Withhold fire. Don't shoot
I've
anything.
requested location.
Okay, so Griffon is fresh. Let's see how
At
quickly I
requested
will be
location.
able to get this Griffon.
Target
Okay,
acquired.
work on this
Invalid
Warhammer, I mean Grasshopper, and I will continue with this Griffon. Alright, yeah, it's kind of...
Target acquired.
Yeah, that's a dangerous situation right here. Very slow firing rate.
Target destroyed.
That was one muzzle.
Clean headshot. Nice.
That was a
Target
headshot.
acquired. Incoming missile.
Following your lead, Commander.
Archer.
Targeted mech heavily damaged.
Let's see.
Target down. They were
Careful,
struggling
water
with the
has been
trouble.
reached, Commander.
Okay, that must have
Rendezvous
been a
with us at the
headshot.
extraction point when you're ready.
Alright.
Following your lead.
Yeah, so my Lancemates are currently withholding fire. Let's get closer to the extraction site. And they have 101 muzzles left so far.
Once you've found the targeted asset, move up to it, and we'll begin the recovery procedure.
No, I'm not gonna be picking up anything because this might restock my ammo, and that's besides the
New
point,
target,
so we'll leave it
Blackjack.
like that. Aha, Blackjack, so let's see how
Contact.
quickly.
Battle mech.
Target destroyed.
Okay, that was one Alpha Strike. It could have been a headshot, so I'm not quite sure about this. Let's see, anything else on my radar so far?
New
Aha.
target. Archer.
Some new arrivals. Okay, let's be careful now. I might assign one of those mechs to my Lancemates to work on, and I will try to eliminate the second one. I already lost quite a bit of armor so far. This is pretty scary, actually. This is a melee variant of Archer. It doesn't have a good range. It's a close range build, so maybe I will assign the second mech to my Lancemates, and I will work on that melee Archer.
acquired.
Oh, we actually have 2 of them in here. Okay, well, let me see if I can get rid of both of them. Oops, that was a bad shot.
Took that one down with a headshot. Nice shooting.
Target acquired.
Headshots you can do with other weapons as well, so...
They destroyed one of my
Target
components.
destroyed.
Okay, not sure whether this was a headshot or not, but it went down. It went down nevertheless. Let's just clear the trees so that you don't get any obstructed view here. I will stay nearby in case if I need to quickly retreat because I'm already kinda damaged. Let me put this Lancemates somewhere around
Relocating
here
the indicated grid.
so that they don't cross my line of fire. Something that they always like to
Holding at your
do.
waypoint. Holding at your waypoint.
Tangos appear to be bringing in additional reinforcements. Brace yourselves.
Oh, there is something coming.
Contact.
Target acquired.
Did I hit it? Yep, I did. Let me use only 2 muzzles.
Now that was a headshot. Bees
Okay.
on me.
You see, this is why I wanted to use some lasers.
Incoming missile.
Taking heavy damage. Took that one down with a clean headshot.
Okay. So once again, my Lancemates are currently withholding fire. They are not shooting at anything here. I'm trying to use them sparingly. Just to see how much... Okay, so there is a tank. That's my Lancemates target. Okay, please take it out for me.
Copy. Lens target identified.
Target destroyed.
And this one as well. I'm not gonna be wasting my ammo
Enemy
on this,
destroyed.
guys.
All weapons hold.
Okay, yeah, holding fire again. Let's place
We're moving
them
into position.
back.
I'm at your designated position. Arrived at location.
Additional bogies setting an intercept course on your position.
Break! Enemy mech spotted.
New target Vulcan.
Oh, there is a light mech.
acquired.
Focus target updated.
This locust, I will assign it to my Lancemates and I will try to take down this Vulcan science.
Target down and going critical.
No, don't touch it, don't touch it. Let me handle him.
Location order received. Let's move.
Don't cross my line of fire either.
Target destroyed.
Taking heavy damage.
The commander wants us over there. Form up. Holding location. Holding at nav point.
I like this spot in here, let's say. Nice, sort of like a high ground in case if something will be coming from that direction. Although they seem to be coming from all over the place in here. It's kind of difficult to
Recon
predict.
reports additional forces entering the engagement area, Commander. Be on the lookout for them.
Okay, there is another one. Phoenix. Oh, and we have another dropship, so I better eliminate this guy quickly. Phoenix Hawks are very difficult to eliminate. For some odd reason, they tend to take a lot of damage. Let's see if Gauss rifles are gonna help. Come on, get here faster. Oh, and we have some assault mech coming in. Do you see? This is what I'm talking about. They can take a lot of beating for some odd reason. So it's like he's working on my Lancemates, but now I got his attention.
1 in a million. Nice shot.
That was a headshot though, so I'm not sure if we can count headshots. Okay, so there is this Thunderbolt. Let's see how these guys can take a lot of damage. Okay, I opened him. Let me try one muzzle.
Target acquired.
I'm panicking now. I'm really panicking. These guys can take a lot of beatings too.
Target destroyed.
Alright. Alright. There he goes. It was Banshee. Okay, 37 muzzles that are left, but I don't have a whole lot of armor left either. My left torso doesn't look very good so far. We need to do something about it. Maybe I should start using my Lancemates, at least to distract enemies, so that they don't all focus on me.
Additional hostiles have been dispatched. They're heading your way.
This is a scary business. Okay, so I'm gonna assign one or two, depending on how many we get. I'm gonna have to assign something to my Lancemates. I can't take too much damage anymore. Let's see who's coming now. What's that? What's that?
New target.
Looks like
Shadowhawk.
Shadowhawk.
Incoming missile. Ammo low. Target acquired.
That was Trebuchet. Alright, alright. Oh, no, it's not done yet. So those were two muzzles.
Good kill, Commander. That mech is about to go critical.
Yeah, I'm just panicking at this point.
New target awesome. Incoming missile. Target destroyed.
I may need to retreat now. I've lost the armor on my side torso, and there is some ground vehicle comes after us. I'm gonna assign this to my Lancemates.
Forming on you.
Yeah, they were a little bit
Target acquired.
too far from me. That's why that AMS system wasn't as effective. I need to keep them closer, but the problem is when I keep them too close, they start crossing my line of fire. And I absolutely cannot stand when they do that. Only 13 muzzles are left.
target acknowledged.
So yeah, they will have to take care of this guy. Come on, don't make me do it. It's your job.
Target is down.
Destroyed.
With you. All weapons hold.
Just in case. Only 13 muzzles are left, so let's see what I can do with them. Then have to retreat. Yeah, they seem to be coming
Recon has
from.
spotted additional bogies.
Oh,
Heading along a trajectory
Eagers.
that
Oh
intersects
man,
with your position.
these things are dangerous. Let me see if I can get a lock on them and assign to my
Target
Lancemates.
acquired.
Let's see.
Weapons hot. Not possible. Forming on you. Negative on that target order.
Come on.
Wilco, focusing fire.
Target
Target destroyed.
acquired. Target destroyed.
Ceasing fire.
Okay, let me take down this Vulcan.
Target
There we go.
destroyed.
There we go.
Target acquired.
Victor is 9B.
You
Okay,
must
so
have
it's a
really
medium
kicked over
range
the
mech.
beehive
So
here, Commander. More hostiles
let me
inbound.
see if I can nail him with the 9 muzzles that are left.
New target Victor.
Trees are getting in the way. Alright, alright, alright. Nope. Nope.
Ammo depleted.
You heard the commander.
Crap.
Take that target.
Ah,
Mech tango down.
I couldn't even reliably take down that Victor with 9 muzzles. What a shame. What
Happy you made
a
it out of there
shame.
alive, Commander. Stand by for pickup.
And now I'm out of ammo. Oh
Target
wow, there
acquired.
is a lot of stuff coming in after us. It's good thing that I retreated. Okay, let's see the numbers. Yeah, so there were quite a few headshots. Have 15 points. Maybe I should grab one of these AC-20s, and that should be good enough. Yeah, whatever. Let's see what else. 19 mech kills. Not a lot. Not a lot. Well, it's certainly more than the Rifleman 3, obviously, but 19 kills, you know, for Annihilator, that's, you know, somewhat average. So, somewhat average. I was hoping there will be more than that. Okay, so let's remember this number. 19 mech kills. Let's take another mission and see what I can do there. Let's assess the damage real quick. So my Lancemates, they are kinda fresh. Just superficial armor damage. Yeah, just superficial armor damage. Also just an armor. And me, I am not in a very good shape in here. Did I lose it? No, I don't think I've lost any weapons, but let's see. But it's definitely, yeah, this one is damaged. I did not lose it, but it's damaged. It requires some repairs. Yeah, so my yeah, I'm gonna have to repair some structure. Yeah, that's a very risky business with that very little armor. Okay. Well, let's go ahead, select the next contract, and let's try to do the same thing in this battlefield scenario. And this one has 96 difficulty level on top of you know, encountering these rival mercenaries, because again, this is how you know that you will encounter them, because the base payout is quite high. So let's go ahead and do the same thing as far as the points go in here. And yeah, we will have to wait for 3 days until all this stuff is being repaired. Let's do that. Let's do that.
We have the opportunity to pull off a big payday if we can maintain this position beyond what our contract stipulates, Commander. That said, Farhad will never shut up about it if your mechs return to the hangar looking like Swiss cheese. Good luck. Something's wrong, Commander. There's an unrecognized dropship closing in on your position.
Here are the rivals.
Surprised? Our employer knew you were coming.
Some interference.
New target, catapult. Target acquired.
Battle Master.
All right, Commander. I'm in place for an emergency evac. Complete the mission if you can. If not, we're ready to burn when you are. Radar lost.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Well played skill shot, my friend.
New target, Cyclops.
He opened up his armor.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
He's trying to help my Lancemates.
That was a fair fight. I'm going to the review board. It'll never work again.
Oh man.
Good job, Commander. Those mercs will
Wow.
think twice before trying that again.
Wow, look
Looks
at
like
this.
you don't
My
need evac
Lancemate
anymore.
is in a
See you
pretty
when the
bad
mission's
shape.
complete.
Oh no. Oh no. This is not good. This is not good. Let me put him somewhere, I don't know. Somewhere farther away.
On the move.
Yeah. You know what? I really don't like this build. I don't like it at all because of a very poor firing rate of all these Gauss rifles. This is not for a close range encounters like this. It's a sniper build, but look at what just happened. My Lancemates in a horrible shape. I can't believe it. I hope I won't lose him.
At your requested waypoint, Commander.
Yeah, the other two guys, they are fresh. Look at this. Look at this. They are so fresh. It looks like, yeah, this one doesn't even have a single scratch, but that one took all the beating. He's about to go critical. I will be very angry if I lose him. It's a good pilot. He better reject. He better reject at this point. I don't care if I lose this mech, I will buy or salvage another one, but I don't wanna lose the pilot.
Enemy forces moving in, Commander. Get ready for them.
Okay, so we have the dropship coming.
Hostile transport
Oh man,
ships
this is
coming in.
like right on top of me. That's... I was hoping it's gonna land somewhere.
Enemy mech ahead.
New target, Jägermech.
Oh man.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Okay, finally grabbed their attention. I hope they won't shoot at my Lancemate.
Took that one down with a headshot. Nice
Alright.
shooting.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
That was another headshot, I believe.
Scopes are
I'm really
marching up with
worried
additional bogies,
about
Commander.
this Lancemate right there.
Target acquired.
It's in a bad shape.
New target, Dragon. Incoming missile.
Watch out, that mech is going critical.
Target
All
acquired.
weapons hold.
Target destroyed.
Weapons free.
Where should I send him? Let me send him somewhere over there, farther away.
Heading to designated location.
Target acquired.
Off trigger. Weapons hot.
I will let them take care of that tank. So this is the area where we came from initially. So this is supposedly where is going to be our
Hostiles
extraction
inbound.
site as well.
Brace for contact, Commander.
Yeah, we have to send him farther away. Let's see if not going to be
Target acquired.
touched there.
Target is down.
Some ground vehicles there.
On location, Commander.
Yeah, that's the ground vehicles. It's too far for
Enemy
medium
destroyed.
lasers. Yeah, it's over 1 kilometer away. We'll let my guys deal with them. Stay mobile so that they have hard time hitting me, although I don't have a lot of speed on top. Come on guys, do something. Let me assign the
Target ID received. Moving in.
Mate. So initially I had,
Target is down.
I believe 156 muzzles, right? This gives me something like 39
More
volleys
hostiles entering the
total.
combat zone's perimeter. Brace for additional contacts.
Ceasing fire.
New target, Battlemaster. Incoming
Weapons hot.
acquired.
Target destroyed. All weapons hold. 1 in a million. Nice shot.
Target acquired.
Awesome.
Incoming missile.
Great snipe shot.
Destroyed. Target acquired.
Oops. Ah,
Target destroyed.
your target.
Target destroyed.
Trigger ready. All weapons hold.
Enemy reinforcements spotted in the area.
There is some
They look like they're
blackjack
heading your
coming
way.
after us.
New target blackjack.
Ah, that was a miss. Bad calculation.
Good kill, Commander. That mech is about to go critical.
Rifleman.
New target.
Let's
Archer.
work on the longbow.
Target acquired. Incoming missile.
Yikes! Yikes! This is like the serious target right there.
Incoming missile.
Good kill, Commander. That mech is about to go critical.
Acquired. Incoming missile. Target destroyed.
I can't target that. We're on it, Commander.
Great work, Commander. We've satisfied our contract and have a narrow window to
I'm
evac
about
if
to
you're ready.
lose an arm. Yeah, I've done a couple of mistakes. Couple of bad mistakes. No, you stay there. You stay there.
Moving. At requested location.
New target Banshee. Ammo low.
Yeah, they are shooting at him, but I've got to help them because I can't risk it
Scrub one.
anymore.
Destroyed.
That's why I need 2 medium lasers. Alright, fine, let's
Ceasing fire.
assign them to withhold fire for a moment. Let me get closer to the extraction site in here. So I have 30 muzzles left.
Moving to requested.
Yeah, that's the damaged guy.
Tangos appear to be bringing in additional reinforcements. Brace yourselves.
New target Vindicator.
That's a good target. Looks like the Jaeger mech. There he goes.
Incoming missile. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Incoming missile.
That was a bad shot.
Target destroyed.
Okay, six muzzles are left. What should I do? Should I get out or should I stay? Yeah, this anti-missile systems, they didn't work as I was hoping them work, or at least they didn't work as well as in my previous missions I've done in a similar kind of setting. I've got a lot of missile shots, unfortunately.
additional bogies setting an intercept course on your position.
Nothing on radar so far.
New target, Javelin.
Light mech and then
Target acquired.
some assault mech. So
Targeting info updated.
my guys should target the light mech, and I will see what kind of assault mech we are getting here, coming from that direction.
Tango down.
Zeus.
Ceasing fire.
Okay, let me shoot him first.
Ammo depleted. Incoming missile.
Let's get out
Following
here.
your lead, Commander.
Alright, this is
Let's
it.
get you out of
I'm
there,
out of
Commander.
ammunition.
Stand by.
Let's see the numbers. Quite a few headshots. You see? 15 points. Grab this. Maybe this. What else? Active prop is nice. Yeah, we'll buy some excess salvage. Okay, let's see the numbers. 20 mech kills. Alright, so 19 in the previous mission and 20 in this one. I'm glad this guy survived. I don't care about the mech, but this is a very good pilot right there. I'm glad he survived. He took a lot of beating at the beginning from those nasty rivals. Let me repair all the stuff. So this one is just an armor, few scratches, not a big deal. Yeah, this guy, yeah, he's lost all the torso, including this Gauss rifle, but I don't care at this point because at least he survived and didn't even get injured, so that's good. That's good. Let's repair it. Yeah, quite a big repair here and expensive, but he took it all at the beginning. Then this is just the armor damage, and me, I've got some structural damages. So I've lost an armor on the left arm. Need to do some structure, and everything else is actually the armor this time. Yeah. Well. So let's take another look at this loadout and let's probably draw some conclusion. Well, first of all, you know, in that video text, Tex said that it would be nice if we could revive the Rifleman 3. What do you guys think? Would it be a good idea or not? Rifleman 3 specifically. I'm not talking about this build. Well, what I think about this, it's an interesting idea because that mech had the null signature system, stealth signature system. That is a very interesting equipment, which has been kinda lost during succession wars. It became a lost tech. When Starlink exited the inner sphere into the clan space, clans decided not to pursue that idea because they deemed it as dishonorable. Like, seriously, how stupid is that? Why would you discontinue such a great idea because you deem it dishonorable? I mean, clanners are so dumb, really. Like, Anyways, so yeah, it's an interesting idea of that mech due to its stealth system, but 9 mech kills isn't really all that much, I must say. It isn't really all that much. And then again, it's not clear how did that mech get those 9 kills with only 4 volleys. Like, did it retreat? Did it rearm several times? Or like, what's going on? And why, given that it housed only 2 tons of ammunition, why did it have only 16 muzzles? You know, 1 ton of this has 26 rounds of ammo in here. And this is actually more realistic, because you have to remember that the Gauss rifle muzzles, according to MechWarrior 5 manual, they are of a size of a melon. Just, you know, small metal balls. They are pretty destructive because they are being sped up to incredible velocities. It's just, you know, that velocity, that energy that causes a lot of damage. It penetrates a lot of things. But they don't have any explosives. They are just, you know, solid metal slugs. And, you know, this is more realistic. Like, you can, yeah, I believe that 26 of them, of those small muzzles, small projectiles, they can weigh 1 ton. That makes sense. I'm not sure why in case of Rifleman 3 it was only 16 of them and 2 tons of them. Are they like bigger, or what's the deal with them? I don't know what the specs are. And again, like, how did it get the 9 kills? I mean, first of all, it's not that big of a number. It's like nothing to brag about. 9 kills for a 90-ton assault mech. You know, I've done more kills with a Mauler, which is another 90-ton mech. So, I'm not sure about Rifleman 3. I mean, the only kind of application I could think of for that kind of mech is maybe some kind of a defense mission where you don't have a lot of mechs on site to defend a certain object, something that you can snipe approaching distant targets without being detected by them and being shot back. So that kind of application I could think of. But other than that, I can't really think of anything else, really. So it would be some kind of a very sort of like specialized niche kind of mech for one particular purpose. So I would say that perhaps something like that has been forgotten for a very good reason, because it's got a very limited kind of application, that kind of build. That's the only explanation I could find for something like that. So I'm not sure whether it would be worthy of revival. Now let's talk specifically about this build, this Annihilator build. First of all, what the heck is with this Expanded Hardpoints mod? Well, according to the author of that mod, Expanded Hardpoints, is that basically this is kind of a lore-based restriction. And I'm not sure whether it's true or not, because according to that to the author of that mod, based on the lore, the medium weapon slot should be able to take a large weapon, and then the small weapon slot should be able to take a medium weapon. I'm not sure whether this is true or not, but I've stopped using this mod years ago, even before I started this channel. mainly because I felt like I had an unfair advantage over my enemies. I did not use this Annihilator build specifically, I used it with other mechs. I stopped it because my enemies were not taking advantage of that mod, and I felt like I am the only one in the entire inner sphere piloting as some kind of Frankenstein kind of build. So for that matter, I stopped using it, and I just, you know, decided to stick with the, you know, constraints of this game, because otherwise the game is kind of losing the essence. When you have such an unfair advantage over your enemies, the game kind of becomes boring. It stops being as interesting. But anyways, let's just, you know, draw some conclusion about this specific mech build. Is it worth it? Is it like any good? Well, in case if you haven't catched this already, I really don't like this build. I really dislike it. First of all, it's got a slow firing rate, and the biggest disadvantage that I dislike about this build is this very limited amount of armor. For this 100-ton mech, having the amount of armor which is close to a medium or a light heavy mech is just not gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it. It's a very risky business, very slow firing rate. I don't like it at all. This is probably one of the worst Annihilator builds which I by far demonstrated on this channel. I don't like it at all. I don't think it's worth it, because 15 tons each of this Gauss rifle, it's ridiculous. And yeah, of course I could let's say get rid of these energy weapons, and then let's say I could you know get rid of a couple of tons of ammo, then I could maximize an armor here, use more armor, but you know, like, let's say, yeah, maybe yeah, now the armor is maxed out. Anyways, you get the idea. I'm not gonna do it here, but then what happened to this? Hold on a second. What did I just do? So if I get rid of this medium energy and then a couple of tons and then max out the armor, yeah, I get a little bit more armor, but then, you know, how many volleys I will be able to get out of this? No, I am not willing to pilot this mech unless I have at least 6 tons of ammunition to feed these Gauss rifles. And even then, you know, 19 enemy mech kills in one mission and then 20 in the other. I've got more kills out of other builds that I've shown on this channel so far. So, no, this is not a good build. It is not worth it, given that, you know, amount of armor. I will have to redo this variant, because let's see what are the better alternatives to something like this. Well, the first thing that comes to mind, which in my humble opinion the ultimate mech in this entire game, the one that you're able to use for absolutely any kind of mission here, is this loadout with the 4 solid slug Lubalin ballistic autocannon. In one of my previous videos I've got 27 mech kills out of this variant. 27 mech kills before I run out of this ammo. This, like I said, is the mech which you can use absolutely on any mission in this game. If you cannot complete a mission using this kind of mech, this kind of build, then you are an idiot. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. If you can't complete any mission in this game using this build, you're an idiot, because this quad LB10X solid slug variants, they can't be denied. They delete absolutely everything on its path. So that's pretty much, you know, my favorite Annihilator build right here, okay? The only negative or disadvantage, and I've talked about it in the past, is that these weapons are very expensive and are very rare to come by. For that matter, if you're looking for an easier and more accessible alternative, I've shown the other build for that matter, which was this older variant, ANH-1A, loaded with the 4 of these AC5 rapid fire variants. I was able to get something like, what, 23 or 24, I don't remember exact number, of Warzone kills out of this kind of build, which is more than, you know, the squad heavy rifles. It's got, of course, some drawbacks, like an immense amount of recoil, among some other issues, but nevertheless it's pretty lethal. It's pretty lethal, pretty capable build. I've destroyed the final mission where you get to fight the Camstar. I've destroyed all the Camstar forces in there. It held up pretty well. I've annihilated all the Capellan forces in the final mission of the Legend of Kestrel Lancers campaign. Many campaign missions were done with this build, so it's another great alternative, sort of like a budget alternative to the one that I've shown you with all of this solid slug. So this, again, this build with the 4 solid slug autocannons, you know, is far more superior to that Gauss rifle build. First of all, it's got the same amount of armor as I have on all of my Atlases. These autocannons, while they don't have as fast of a projectile speed as compared to the Gauss rifle, and maybe not as good of a range, but you can still shoot them pretty far ballistically. You just need to, when you're trying to snipe something, you just need to aim slightly higher, because these muzzles, they have more of a ballistic trajectory as opposed to the Gauss rifle straight projectile trajectory. Yeah, and then, of course, another alternative, one of my all-time favorite, would be this one with the variant with the 4 PPCs. Way better than all of those 4 Gauss rifles build. Doesn't have any explosives ammo in here. You can shoot them basically before you get destroyed, and as I've shown in one of my previous videos, I've got a record number of Warzone kill of 61 enemy mech kills. A shout out to Rifleman 3 right here. You don't need 4 Gauss rifles, all you need is just 4 PPCs and you're good to go. 61 enemy mech kills right there. Finally, let's talk about the other mech, which I have a love-hate relationship with. The mech that is not necessarily perfect, but it can be. It's somewhat similar to the Rifleman 3 in the essence. Where is it? Where is my Nightstar? Let me see. Let me show you my Nightstar build. Let me filter this to the assault mechs only. Is it here? So yeah, Nightstar. Let's take a look at this guy. So, not 4 Gauss rifles, 2 Gauss rifles. Okay, 2 Gauss rifles. 48 Warzone kills, 48 enemy mech kills in one of the Warzone contracts that I've done. On this channel, by the way, if you haven't seen that video, please check it out. 48 mech kills using only 2 of these Gauss rifles, and then here I had more Gauss rifle ammo, obviously. So how many tons? Let's see, 4, 4, 8, and then plus, so 10 tons of Gauss rifle ammunition. 48 Warzone kills. Come on, come on. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this mech isn't perfect. I have a love-hate relationship with it. It's not perfect by any means. It's got some serious fatal design flaw, which I talked about in my previous videos. I'm not gonna reiterate on this here, but still, this is somewhat, you know, in a situation like, you know, defending some kind of object, shooting, sniping different distant targets. 2 Gauss rifles, 1 ER PPC does the trick. You don't need Rifleman 3 or in this case, or you know, this Annihilator with 4 Gauss rifles. You don't need that. So many better alternatives out here. Yeah, so that should conclude, you know, my thoughts and opinion on this sort of like ridiculous build which I came up with in here. Now, finally, let's mention that other guy's video, that Hero Rifleman 3 for the yet another Mech Lab mod. Well, very much like I was saying earlier, it's just grotesque. Like, come on, like 392 muzzles to start with, 98 volleys. This is ridiculous. This is so unrealistic, so unrealistic. Well, first of all, he was using clan Gauss rifles, and those have the weight of 12 tons, as opposed to this older Inner Sphere 15-ton ones. I am not sure how he's fit all of that equipment with so much ammunition in there, but it's kind of unrealistic, and to be honest, it's kind of cheating. So yeah, I am not gonna try anything like that on this channel. Here I am trying to be a little bit more, you know, faithful to the lore. Oh, and before we finish this, let me talk about another, my favorite sniper alternative to the build that I've just shown you. Where is it? It's 1A loaded with the 4 heavy rifles. Okay, so one might say that, okay, if I'm trying to be, you know, sort of like more accurate with the lore, why am I using heavy rifles on this channel? Because these are not lore weapons. These are just, you know, purely MechWarrior 5 creation right here. Well, hear me out here. So here is the thing. What are these heavy rifles according to MechWarrior 5 Legend? These are the low-tech kind of weapons. Ancient pre-Star League era low-tech weapons that are being manufactured in the periphery. Okay? So, from that standpoint, they are kinda more similar to the large guns that are being installed on the ships or tanks in our age, in our era. Remember, pre-Star League era. They are pretty close in their essence to the weapons that we actually have now. And from a standpoint of realism, these weapons are actually far more realistic than any of these fictional autocannons right here. So for that matter, I will continue use them. And frankly, they are just way too much fun. Way too much fun. I mean, just listen to how they sound. Like that kind of blast, it just makes the brain happy. I mean, come on, it's just so much fun. It's very realistic and a lot of fun. And I absolutely love this build. I love this far more than that for Gauss rifles. Yes, Gauss rifles, they don't generate any heat, but look at the specs. You see, when you compare this to the Gauss rifle, for instance, the Gauss rifle generates 21 points of damage, the 5-tier level, whereas this generates 23.4 points of damage. These are actually even more devastating than the Gauss rifles, but they do generate a lot more heat, and they do take a long time to cool down. This is like the lowest firing rate of 8 RPM in this game. This is the, like, you know, slowest weapon in the game, but man, they're just so much fun. First of all, I don't need to sacrifice any armor with this build. And in one of my previous videos, again, I've tested it also in the Warzone type of contract in a similar situation. I've got something like, what, 23 or 24 enemy mech kills, given that I also shot some, you know, aerial and ground vehicles with heavy rifles. It was enough of ammunition for that matter, yeah. I absolutely love this build. It's a perfect sniper, in my opinion. This is like the best sniper build which I came up with so far in this game. This is my favorite one, my personal favorite sniper build. But, of course, you have to be mindful of the slow firing rate of these heavy rifles, and you have to take it into account. This mech isn't meant for, you know, for a close range combat where you wanna shred a bunch of moving targets around you. It's not gonna happen with that due to the slow firing rate, but it's an excellent long range build. This is sort of like, you know, this fulfills, in my opinion, a purpose of that Rifleman 3, you know, shooting distant targets. You can snipe targets far beyond sensor range with this, even, you know, before your enemies get close enough to get a lock on you to shoot you back. So I absolutely love it for that matter. To me, this is like a better alternative to that Rifleman 3 for that matter. Anyways, so I hope it was useful in some way. I hope you've learned something out of this video. Let me now finally go ahead and show you that I will be disabling that mod. Let's return to title. Let me show you that mod, and let me show you that I will be disabling it, and I will not be using it ever again. So what is this? It's called Expanded. I have a separate, by the way, if you're interested in learning about all these mods, I have a separate video on this channel, the one that I've done over a year ago, and since then I've disabled some of the mods. I've got rid of some of the mods which I've talked about in this video. So yeah, this is this mod, Expanded Hardpoints, and from now on I will be disabling it, because again, I don't wanna use any kind of unrealistic, grotesque kind of builds. It's nicely, though, solves the problem with the Marauder 2, allowing you to install the Gauss rifle on top of this, you know, weapon slot, which is really, really nice. But then, on the other hand, then it kind of opens another kind of worms. Then in the all energy, let's say, based Marauder 2, then I start installing like 4 PPCs and making Annihilator out of Marauder 2. I'm not sure whether it's realistic, so I don't want to get into that. Plus, the enemies aren't taking advantage of this mod. They are just coming in their stack configurations. So for that matter, I will be disabling it because I don't like any kind of unrealistic, grotesque kind of builds. And when people start using some crazy mods like some non-existent anti-gravity equipment to reduce the weight of your mech, or you know, BS like that. Or I've seen some kind of weird Russian mods where they you know, install some crazy weapons onto light mechs, like Spider, for instance, a Spider with a firepower of an assault mech. Like, seriously, like, give me the break. Why would you do something like this? What are you trying to accomplish? When the game becomes that easy, when you have an unfair advantage over your enemies like that, then the game just stops being fun. Like, it loses its essence. While I do like mods, I do use them, I believe they are very important. At the same time, there are certain areas where I draw the line like this. So for that matter, I'm not gonna be using this mod here anymore. Anyways, this is it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope it was fun. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And until the next one, have a nice day.